morning, everybody. It's your girl Sins, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is August the 9th, 2022, and today the topic is exploitation. Exploitation. I hope that you all had a great Monday. Mine was just fine. I told you all I had to do a few episodes or whatnot. One of them ended up getting rescheduled. But the other one that I had was a very, very lovely conversation with a woman who has gone through so many different things. But yeah, I think, it's a blessing every time I talk about it on GSL, because they all have these amazing testimonies and again, to witness someone like her go through so much, but have, the faith that she has and the peace that exudes from her and all those different things. So, be on the lookout for that episode in the future. But she was a lovely, lovely lady to speak with. And yeah, I enjoyed last night's conversation. But yeah, I would say that was pretty much the main things that kind of stood out about yesterday. Because the rest of the time I was either trying to chill before, getting ready and then trying to do a few things with NJ and whatnot. But yep, that's what yesterday looked like to me. This morning I woke up, seemingly right at the dot, like right before my alarm was getting ready to go off. I think my body is just automatically waking up at 4 these days. But yeah. Listened to my prayer meditation and it was good. I was a little distracted because afterwards I started, doing some little work stuff, doing some little communications with people and whatnot about some ideas and everything. Excuse me. But ultimately, I guess this word exploitation kind of stood out in my heart and mind. I mean, maybe for several reasons. I've seen quite a few things lately, things about children that are being exploited, things about missing women again, all these different things. And, again, on one hand, I'm like, how can we not see that there has to be some bigger sinister thing at play? Because at the end of the day, I know people doubt, for example, Allie's story. However, she's not the only person that has gone missing. I feel, I always hear about missing people, and it's like, what do you think are happening to these people? And then again, when you hear about the children that are being exploited and, basically coerced into sexual activity and all this different stuff. I mean, even from what I'm understanding, there's a report that came out that there's some, if you want to call them, couple that was here in Georgia, that had used at least one of the adopted children in some children porn or whatnot. Things like that. It's like exploitation. And exploitation can come in a lot of different ways. I guess I was reminded of that this morning as I started to look up verses and the definition and everything like that. I mean, from, like they say, the migrant workers to yes, all the things I just mentioned before, to the things that of course has happened in history that is still a stain on, not only this country, but people's hearts and minds, so this word exploitation, yeah, that's the topic today, and that was where the inspiration came from. So let's see what the Bible has to say about it. So, well, first, the definition of exploitation says the action or fact of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work. So again, that can be in a lot of different ways. I know they even say like unfair wages and all of that. I guess the verses and the definition kind of made me think about that this morning. Yeah, it's just one of those things I was thinking about myself and some of the jobs that I've had. And or the fact that, like, for example, um, the people that I'm working with internationally, obviously we have different agreements and whatnot. Now, I would say the only difference is that these people are choosing their their prices, versus me forcing something on them or not paying them at all, whatever the case is. But yeah, again, this whole exploitation thing can be in a lot of ways. So let's see again what the Bible has to say. So 2 Peter 2:3, it says, "And in their greed they will exploit you with false words. Their condemnation for long ago is not idle, and their destruction is not asleep." So just looking at this and reading this morning, it makes me think that, this whole idea of exploitation and all of this is like living and active. That's what I'm receiving by reading that. But it also made me want to go deeper. So I personally ended up reading the entire 2 Peter into, the entire thing. And there was a lot of interesting things in there. So if you guys want to take out the time to do that, then by all means, it's in the go deeper section. But yeah, let's keep going, y'all. So Matthew 7:12, it says, "So whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them, for this is the law and the prophets." I mean, this is a familiar verse, y'all. I mean, ain't nothing. I'm not reading nothing new today. This is a familiar verse. Everybody knows the golden rule. But everybody obviously doesn't do the golden rule. At the end of the day, people don't treat people the way they want to be treated. Like, I mean, I believe that most people that are in their right mind, they want to be treated fairly. They want to be treated well. They want to be treated good. All the things that make you think something positive. That's how you want to personally be treated. But then if you're not treating people in that way, well, the Bible says you're going to reap what you sow. So that's one thing to think about. But yeah. On one hand, it's like, well, why do we do that? Why do we as humans do other humans that way? Now, I mean, I guess it's like they say, the tale as old as time. People have been doing that for years. People have been doing that probably since the beginning of time, exploiting each other one way or another. But very interested to see like what life would look like to truly treat people the way you want to be treated and things like that. But I don't know. Maybe we have to wait for Jesus to come back for that. But let's keep going. So Isaiah 61:8, it says, "For I, the Lord, love justice. I hate robbery and wrong. I will faithfully give them their recompense, and I will mark an everlasting covenant with them." I didn't go deeper with this, but I did think about to go deeper and read more of that section to get more context about, what all is being said in this particular verse. But if nothing else, I definitely received that God loves justice, that he hates the robbery and wrong. Let me see. I think it might be in the go deeper section. I probably didn't write it down. But there was another verse that kind of stood out when I was reading that one. And it just went away from my mind. What was the word? Anyway, like I said, it's probably instant to go deeper section, I'm pretty sure, and everything. So by all means, y'all check out the go deeper section. Let those verses marinate on your heart, souls, and minds, and let's think about ways that we can, change the narrative of exploitation. And yeah, that's the juice. That's the juice today. The Bible verse of today is 1 Corinthians 16:13. It says, "Watch ye, stand steadfast in the faith, quit you like me, be strong." Or quit you like me, be strong. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. there you go, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice. I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired by this conversation of exploitation. By all means, again, check out the Go Deeper section. Check out these verses on your own, the definition, all those different things, and just let it marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. I mean, yeah, I know there's a lot of crazy things in the world, but at the end of the day, God said that He would repay. So I guess ultimately it's just up to us to show the love, right? The grace, the mercy, and all the things that we want to receive and that we have received from the Lord. And yeah. I mean, if we want to see any type of change, at least in our lives or, amongst the people that, our circle of influence, right? And it starts with each and every one of us, right? It starts with you and me, and like they say, the man in the mirror, right? So, yep, that's all for that. I mean, I know I was reflecting on just everything that God is doing. I know, again, talking to the lady that I spoke with yesterday, obviously put things into perspective to think about, like, that we should value life and value people and value even the small things of being able to kind of take care of yourself and everything like that. Because unfortunately, she's not in a position to take care of herself. So her husband and her children are taking care of her. But in the midst, she's, written books and, she's written a book and then she's writing another one. And it's just very interesting, like, and beautiful to see, like, even in spite of the things that she has gone through and the things that she's currently facing, you know, her faith and everything has kept her, and she's at peace. Like, she's really at peace. And so, yeah, y'all should see that episode soon. I don't know if I'm gonna like bump up her episode because I know she's saying that she has a terminal issue and whatnot, and I would love for her to be able to see her episode. You just never know. I don't know, but yeah, because I would hate to be like a month from now or something like that, showing her episode. But I don't know. We'll see what the Lord do. I don't know. Y'all just be praying about that. But yeah. Let's value life, y'all. Let's value, all the small things, and ultimately, yeah, that's the juicy, today. And yeah, I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye bye.